you'd write a script that has passion and purpose, and it results in a great script, and it would get onto the blacklist, and it would attract an A-list producer who just happens to be combing online websites for the next big writer. And then, or you'd make it to the semifinal, the final round at Nickel Fellowship, which would get you a manager, which would get you into Jeremy Renner's production company, which would get you a six-figure deal, which would get your movie made for $50 million, which would get you into the Writers Guild, which would get you assignment work, which would basically start your career. In the perfect world, that's what will happen. The problem is we don't live in a perfect world. So as an ex-casino craps dealer, I think of the mathematics of things and the probabilities of things, the likelihood of it. To be honest with you, the likelihood of this scenario I just talked about is not great. Talked about 50,000 people with the Writers Guild registering scripts, and if you look at how many studio and indie movies were made last year, it was probably 500 or 600, and of those, I would say 10% or less were specs. So we're talking about 50 scripts out of 50,000 getting made, because as you know, Hollywood loves reboots, they love sequels, they love prequels, they love branded entertainment. Not so hot on Juno, not so hot on the great spec script that comes out of nowhere. Very few of those actually get made. So when you see that story on Deadline about the magic success of someone who came out of nowhere to get his movie made, it's great. It's true. It happens, but it doesn't happen too often. And I'm giving you all this negativity. Unfortunately, am I saying you should stop dreaming and you should, stop writing because the odds are against it? No, not at all. I'm talking about a recalibration, okay, a mental rearrangement of priorities in your mind. I'm talking about going from old school to new.